So welcome to the next lecture of Math 120. In the previous lecture, we were discussing homogeneous linear systems. I told you different possibilities if we have any homogeneous linear systems about their solutions. We discussed that if the coefficient matrix of any homogeneous linear system is a square matrix, then what are the possibilities? If the coefficient matrix is not square, then what are the possibilities? I hope you remember it. We stopped at an example. Let's start solving this particular example for understanding how do we solve homogeneous linear systems. 2x cubed plus 2x5 is equal to 0. Okay. And 2x1 plus 6x2 minus 5x3 minus 2x4 plus 4x5 minus 3x6 is equal to 0. Another is 5x3 plus 10x4 plus 15x6 is equal to 0. And then 2x1 plus 6x2 plus 8x4 plus 4x5 and then plus 18x6. So this is our homogeneous linear system which is given, and we need to solve it. So as you can see that there are more number of unknowns than equations. We have 4 equations and 6 unknowns. The corresponding augmented matrix to this homogeneous linear system, corresponding augmented matrix is what? It is a kind of a matrix 1, 3, negative 2, 0, because there is no x4 here, 2x5, x6 coefficient 0 here, and then right hand side. So this is your right hand side. Now the next equation is 2, 6, minus 5, negative 2, 4, negative 3, and 0. Next is 0, 0, 5, 10, again 0, 15, and 0. The last one is 2, 6, 8, 4, not 4, 2, 6. 2, 6 के बाद 0 है because there is no x3 here. So x3 का coefficient 0 होगा, x4 का 8, x5 4, x6 is 18, and the right hand side is 0. Now you can see that this is a homogeneous linear system, and we need to solve it by reducing it into echelon or reduced echelon form. So after writing the augmented matrix, what do? We apply row operations to convert this matrix into reduced echelon form, or at least echelon form. So what operations can we apply here? The first thing is that we should have 1 here. So we have already, fortunately, 1 here. And next thing is we are going to make zeros below it. So what operations we can apply here? I'm going to apply negative 2r1 plus r2. In this case, r2 is going to change. And then again, negative r1 plus r3. And the r3 is going to change. So
हम रो 3 और रो 2 को स्विच नहीं कर सकते आपस में?
रो 3 और रो 2 को कर सकते हैं. You can do it. You can do it. कर सकते
लास्ट में रो 4 नहीं होगा, रो 3 की जगह तो आपने लिखी है स्टेटमेंट.
Yes.
रो 4 नहीं होगा.
Yes. रो 4 होगा. Thank you. रो 4 होगा. रो 3 में already 0 है, so we don't need to make it 0. So it is row 4. And one more thing, we can apply multiple row operations at the same time. Okay. Previously, I told you that we apply 1 row operation at one time, but you can apply more than 1 row operations at one step as well. But carefully, do it carefully. I don't recommend you to do it in your exams because the chances of mistakes, they increases when you apply multiple row operations at the same time. So first row will remain same, 1, 3, -2, 0, 2, 0, and 0. Okay. So this first row and third row, they would remain same. This is your third row, 0, 0, 5, 10, 0, 15, and then 0. So this is your right-hand side column. Now only the second and fourth row will be changed. Now tell me the entries here. After applying these operations, what we obtain here. Tell me these two rows. I'm waiting.
So 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, -1, -1, 0.
Second row mein 0.
Yes, sir.
0, -1.
1.
Yes.
Twice. So one more time. -1,
-1. Yes.
0, sir, again.
0.
And -3.
-3. And right hand side is
Again
obviously
0,
0. Now tell me the fourth row.
सर ये थर्ड कॉलम में -2 ही नहीं होगा?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
-2 होगा, -2.
the right one.
नहीं सर,
The right one.
बाद
Yeah.
इसके बाद
Yes.
सर 0 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा.
चलो -2 हो गया. Next. Fourth row. Tell me the fourth row.
पहला तो 0 होगा.
0
Let me
0
add the people यार, आज क्विज है ना इसलिए सारे हाजिर होंगे. Next one, 0 तो obviously आएगा. फिर यहाँ पे भी 0 आएगा. 0 के बाद फिर 0. And then?
Yes, sir.
0
And then? 0 and then?
and 8
8.
कौन सा?
8.
Fourth
Then
column
0.
में? Fifth
Yeah,
column?
8. Fourth.
फोर्थ कॉलम
Fourth column. 8 आ गया. Next, fifth column में?
0
0. And
then
then?
18
18.
18. Okay. So this is now after applying these two operations. Now, this is 1. In the next row, the first non-zero entry is here. We have to make it 1. How can we make it 1? We just multiply R2 with negative sign. Okay. So R2 को अगर आप negative से multiply कर दें, you get 1 here. So I'm going to apply it here. Negative यहाँ पे positive हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे भी positive हो जाएगा. So after applying this operation, we get this. Now we have 1 here. Okay, in the second row, we have a pivot entry. Now we have to make below this thing 0, below and above. Okay. Now we are going to apply two operations in order to make zeros below and above it. I'm going to apply up. Now you have to use only this row, this pivotal element. So it would be 2 times R2 plus R1. In this case, row 1 is going to change. And in order to make this 5, 0, we are going to do minus 5 R2 plus R3. So these two operations will make 0 here and 0 above. Okay. This fourth is 0. So we don't need to apply any operations here. Now do it and tell me the rules.
Excuse me, sir.
जी बेटा.
It's supposed to be 4.
Last row में तीसरा जो है number, is it 0 or something else?
So it's
ये
4.
0 है. This
Sir,
is
4 है
0.
sir.
तो ये 4 होना चाहिए.
4 है.
जी sir.
चले. If this is 4, then you need another operation in order to make this 4 0. So what do
Sir,
we need
8 के
here?
बाद भी.
Negative
8 के बाद.
4R, negative 4R2 plus R4, and a row 4 will be changed only. Okay. Is there any other mistake here in this form?
नहीं sir.
सर ये जो आपने अभी 4 लिखा है that should be after the 8 not before it.
इसके बाद आना चाहिए यहाँ पे.
जी आप पहला augmented matrix देख लें जरा जो आपने left side.
Then we don't need this operation. Don't do it, yaar. If this is 0 and this is 4, then this is already 0. So we don't need to apply any other operation to make it 0. So we need these two operations.
नहीं सर, ये पहले वाला जो आपने लिखा था वो बिल्कुल ठीक था.
Yeah.
और बाद में भी बिल्कुल ठीक
पहले
था.
वाला ठीक था.
Bon. चलें अब we are going to assume that this is true. Okay, बाद में आप खुद से correct कर लीजिएगा जो भी mistake हुई. I hope you know how to do it. Okay, now we are going to apply these two row operations here in order to make this one and this one 0. Okay, now tell me the rows.
So the first one is 1304260.
Let me write the first 1 3 0.
0.
Yes, again
4,
0.
2.
1 3 0 0, and then
Sir, I said what? Sir, I said 1 times 0. It has to be 130
Okay.
426.
4 2 6. Yes, and then 0.
Yes, sir. Again, yes, sir.
Next is the next will remain same because of the pivot row. It contains the pivot entry. The third row will become 0 0 0, and then
Again a 0.
again 0, and then
Again a 0.
again 0, and then
Again a 0.
again 0.
Sir, 3 into
Okay.
negative 5 is negative 15 plus 15, which is 0.
I don't know. If this is 0, then the last row must contain all the zeros. Okay? या आप बता दें लास्ट रो में क्या आ रहा है? You tell me.
Sir, I opted for the one which you were saying that we are assuming that is going to be the correct one. So
Okay.
it has to be 0 0 0,
Yes.
8 4 18 and 0 again.
8 4
4.
18.
Yes, sir. 18 and 0 again.
Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to switch 3 and 4 rows. Okay, 4 and 3 rows, and then you have to make 1 here if it is possible, and then 0 below and above it. Okay. So now what you are going to do, you are going to interchange row 3 and row 4. And what do you obtain here? You obtain, after interchanging these two rows, you get 8, 8, 4, 18, and 0 here. And the last one will be 0. Now you have to make 1 here. What do you do here? You have to divide this whole row with 8. And then you can make it 1. So what are you going to do? You are going to multiply row 3 by 1 by 8. So you apply this operation and you get 1 here, 1 by 2 here, and 18 by 8 is 2 9s are, 2 4s are. So this is what you have obtained here. Now, this is your 1. You have to make these two entries 0 by using this pivot entry. What operations do you need here? Negative 2R3 plus R2. And here you are going to change R2. And then negative 4R3 plus R1. This will make these two entries 0. Okay. Let's assume that you get after these two operations. Balki, tell me, what do you obtain here? 1, you tell me 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 by 2, 9 by 4, and then 0. Okay, यहाँ पे आपके पास 0, 0 और 0 आना चाहिए. नीचे वाली रो सारी 0 है, ये सारी 0 हो रहेगी. ठीक है, और सेकंड रो में यहाँ पे भी 0 आएगा, यहाँ पे भी 0, यहाँ पे 1 है, यहाँ पे 3 ही रहेगा, यहाँ पे 0 रहेगा. Now you tell me these entries. So after applying these two operations, you must get 0 0 here. Now tell me after this, the last two entries in the first row.
-2 plus 1.
So ये 0 आएगा 2 वाला.
So 0 in the first row instead of 2.
First row.
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे 0 आएगा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then next.
So -3.
-3. Okay. Then in the second row, last two entries.
Sir, -1.
-1. And then?
And it's a -3/2.
-3/2. Okay. You get the echelon form, reduced echelon form of the corresponding augmented matrix. Now, I know there might be mistakes in this echelon or reduced echelon form because different people are suggesting different entries. So there are some people in the waiting room. Oh, I know that I have already added them. So after this echelon form, reduced echelon form, you are going to write back that corresponding linear system and then solve it by introducing free variables. Okay. Now, how many equations are there? 4 equations. Number of equations is basically number of equations are 4, and unknown variables are
6.
Unknown variables are 6. Okay, it is 6. How many non-zero rows in the reduced echelon form? Number of non-zero rows. कितनी है यहाँ पे? There are 3. Okay. So the difference of these two, unknown variables and number of non-zero rows in the reduced echelon form of a corresponding augmented matrix. If you take the difference, this is what you have to introduce number of free variables. Okay. This is always the case. Number of free variables you have to introduce after reducing the augmented matrix into reduced echelon form, number of non-zero rows, and number of unknown variables. If you take the difference, which is 3, so you have to set 3 free variables in order to get the general solution. So, sir, could you please let the people in? Okay. I hope you get it. This is a number of equations. It doesn't matter. Number of non-zero rows in the reduced echelon form and its difference with the number of unknowns in the system. Okay. This gives you basically the number of free variables you have to introduce in order to write the solution in the homogeneous linear systems. There are important results corresponding to basically this observation. These are very important theorems, in fact, which you should know.
Go back?
जी बेटा बोलें.
Could you go back for a second? My internet disconnected, so I couldn't see what you wrote.
Okay. We have applied a couple of more row operations in order to reduce that augmented matrix into reduced echelon form, this one. Once we have found the reduced echelon form, then we can write the corresponding solution, which is basically infinite many solutions corresponding to the given homogeneous linear systems. Now, one observation I told you people that we look at the number of equations and unknown variables. Number of equations are 4, unknown variables are 6, and number of non-zero rows in that reduced echelon form. There are 3 non-zero rows. Then number of unknowns minus number of non-zero rows in the reduced echelon form of a matrix. If you take its difference, then we can introduce that many free variables in order to get the solution. Okay, and this basically this observation is true for all things, for all kind of homogeneous linear systems. So there is a theorem which tells us this observation. Theorem is It's written here in my slides, lecture slides. Free variables in homogeneous linear systems. If a homogeneous linear system has, if a homogeneous linear system has n unknowns, and if the reduced echelon form of its augmented matrix has R non-zero rows, then the system has n minus R free variables. Okay. Means we have to introduce n minus R free variables in order to write this solution of that system. Another result, which I have already told you, there is a theorem here. You don't need to prove these theorems. If someone wants to look at the proof, the proofs are given in the book, and the references are also given if the proof is not given. A homogeneous linear system with more unknowns than equations has infinitely many solutions. It's obvious. I told you yesterday in the previous class, infinitely many solutions. Means if we have less number of equations than number of unknowns, then obviously any linear system has infinite many solutions, homogeneous linear. Okay. Now there is another case which a student asked me a question yesterday. I don't know who asked me that question. Let me. If number of equations are more than number of unknowns, then what happens? But there is only one option which is left to be discussed, and that is this option. If there are more equations than unknowns in a homogeneous linear system, then what options do we have? So it's a very important question. Now, for example, if you have x plus 3y is equal to -1 and 2x minus maybe anything 5y is equal to 2, and another one which is maybe x or 3x plus 4y is equal to 9. Now, sorry, homogeneous linear system we are discussing, not the non-homogeneous. So this is the option. Now the corresponding the corresponding augmented matrix to this system is what? The corresponding augmented matrix is 1, 3, 2, -5, 3, 4, and the right hand side is 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now here we have two options. Is there any question? There is a question in the chat window.
Send an answer. Why would I send you an answer?
Kindly mute your mics. आप आंसर्स बेशक जिस मर्जी को भेजिएगा यार, क्विज स्टार्ट तो होने दे पहले. So now we are going to reduce this matrix into echelon or reduced echelon form. Convert it into reduced echelon form. Okay, reduced echelon form. I hope you can do it. Okay. Now, if you can reduce this matrix into reduced echelon form and obtain zero solutions, means, for example, if you reduce it into and you get 1, 1, 0, 0, and 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. If you reduce this matrix and obtain this one, then you can have only trivial solution, because this x1 is equal to 0, and from here you can get x2 is equal to 0. Okay, or x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. You can get unique solution. Okay, this is the one option. The second option is you obtain something, some number here, 0, and you get 1 here. Okay. In that case, you are getting the same thing. Okay. You can interchange these two rows and you get again the same thing. You get a unique solution, which is obviously a trivial solution. Okay, because the right hand side is 0. Now, what if you get 0 here, 1 here? In that case, you can have infinite many solutions, because this x2 is 0, but x1 is a free variable. Okay, then you can have infinite many solutions. Okay, so depending on the reduced echelon form corresponding to this system, either you can have unique solution or you can have infinite many solutions, depending on the reduced echelon form which you obtain corresponding to this system, which contains more equations than unknowns. Okay, but even in this case, the third option, which is that no solution to the corresponding this system, it cannot happen here. The homogeneous linear system must always have either one solution or infinite many solutions. I hope you get it. If you have any question, who asked this question in the previous lecture? I hope you get it. If you have any question, you can ask me. So that's it for the homogeneous linear system. Sir, there's a question in the chat window. Sir, if the reduced echelon form of the augmented matrix for a linear system has a row of zeros, then it is possible that the system must have only infinitely many solutions. I told you it depends on the reduced echelon form. If the reduced echelon form contains 0, in the previous case we discussed here, the previous example, वहां पे देखें आपके पास यहाँ पे here हमारे पास 0 रो थी हमारे पास, ठीक है? But this is the more general case. अगर आपके पास number of unknowns ज्यादा हैं, number of questions कम हैं, even if यहाँ पे 0 रो ना होती, for example, यहाँ पे आपके पास 1 होता कुछ, 1 या any other number, ठीक है? तो फिर आपके पास number of non-zero rows कितनी होती यहाँ पे? 4 होती. Then you have to set 6 minus 4, 2 free variables. Okay. If the matrix is square, matrix, and one row is entirely 0, then the homogeneous linear system must have infinite many solutions. Now the question is there any difference if we make all the values below 1, 0, and after all of them, we go back to make all the values above the 1, 0? Yes, there's no difference. You can do it. आप सब पहले सारे 1 बना लें, उनके सारे नीचे zeros बना लें, बाद में फिर आप उन सारे 1s के ऊपर 0 बना लें. But you have to remember that what row, what pivot entry you have to use in order to make zeros above that particular entry. Okay, you should be clear about it. Any other question? I'll ask TA to give you more examples for practice in the tutorial of the current week corresponding to homogeneous linear systems, so that you can, if you have any confusion, you can discuss with them. So this is all what I wanted to discuss for the homogeneous linear systems. There's a question in the chat window, sir. So whenever we are asked to state whether the system of equations system has unique, infinitely many, or no solution, we have to convert it into reduced H. Yes, you have to do it. Otherwise, it would be difficult to conclude or guess whether this homogeneous linear system. Now, this one, I can guess this one must have infinite many solutions. Why? Because there are more unknowns than equations. So obviously there are infinite many solutions, obviously. Now it depends how many free variables we have to introduce in the solution. It depends on the reduced echelon form corresponding to this augmented matrix. Okay, number of free variables kitna introduce karna hai, it depends on the reduced echelon form. But by looking at this linear system, homogeneous linear system, as there are more unknowns and less number of equations, so this must have infinite many solutions. Okay. If the coefficient matrix is a square matrix, for example, if we have only four unknowns, this one, and four equations, then the corresponding matrix is what? Then the corresponding matrix is this one, and the right-hand side column is this one. Now, for this system, we cannot say that whether there are infinite many solutions or there is a trivial solution, unique solution. Because the coefficient matrix is a square matrix, we might get trivial solution, we might get infinite many solution. When do we obtain infinite many solutions? When the last row or any one of these rows, it has all the zeros in this row. Means if one row is entirely zero, then what happens? If one row is entirely zero in the reduced echelon form of this matrix, then that theorem applies. That theorem, which we discussed here, then this theorem applies. Okay, if a homogeneous linear system has n unknowns and the reduced echelon form of its augmented matrix has r non-zero rows, in that case we have 3 non-zero rows in the augmented matrix, whereas we have 4 unknowns, so we must have to introduce one free variable in order to write the solutions. I hope you get it. Is there any other question corresponding to Muhammad Ahmed? You got it? Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's it for the homogeneous linear systems. Let's get back to matrices again. We started discussing matrices in the previous lecture. I told you some of the basic definitions and types of matrices and how do we multiply two matrices. I'll definitely advise TAs to give you more examples of matrix multiplications in order to practice you how to multiply the matrices. Now, the next thing which I wanted to discuss is inverse of a matrix. Inverse of a matrix. Okay. If we have two matrices, it's 110. We have 5 to 6 minutes. Let's discuss things. Let A and B are two square matrices. Square matrices. You must have these two matrices, square matrices of any order, of same order. Two square matrices of same order. Matrices of same order. Okay, means order of A and order of B should be same. Either they both should be 3 cross 3 or 2 cross 2 or 10 cross 10. Their order should be same and they must be square matrices. If A into B is equal to I or B into A is equal to I. And, sorry, not or, and. Means you can combine these two things. You can write AB is equal to BA is equal to I. What is I? I is the identity matrix of same order as of A and B. Okay. AI is a identity matrix of same order as of A and B. If this is true, what does it mean? If we multiply these two matrices, either AB or BA, the resultant matrix should be the identity matrix. Then what do we say? Then we say that B is equal to A inverse. B is the inverse of the matrix A. If the product from either side is identity matrix, then they both are inverse of each other. It's not only that B is inverse of A. You can say that A is inverse of B as well. Okay. They both are inverse of each other. So ultimately, we can write it that A into A inverse and A inverse into A. This is always the identity matrix. If we multiply any matrix with its inverse, then we must get the identity matrix. Okay.
Sir, identity matrix example दे देंगे?
बेटा identity matrix last time मैंने बताया था. Identity matrix is a matrix of same order as of A and B. For example, अगर A 3 cross 3 matrix है, तो identity matrix ये होगा. A matrix having 1 in the column, in the diagonal, and all other off diagonal entries are 0.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that is what the identity in the matrix is. For example, in real numbers, what is the identity?
1.
1. In real numbers, identities are different in different operations. For example, in multiplication, if the operation is multiplication, okay, then identity is what? It is 1. Identity is usually denoted by E letter, and it is 1. So what is the multiplicative inverse of 2? The number which we multiply with 2 and we get the identity. What is that number? Real number.
1 over 2.
1 over 2. Okay. So this is the rule. Either we multiply 2 with 1 by 2 or 1 by 2 with 2, we should get identity. So it means we can say that 1 over 2 and 2 are multiplicative inverse of each other. Okay. Multiplicative inverse of each other. I hope you get it now. So we are going to generalize this concept into matrices. Now in matrices, what do we obtain here? Either we have 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 into 2. What do we obtain in both these cases? We get identity, which is multiplicative identity. Okay, this is what we are going to generalize now in the matrices. So what I have written here, if we multiply A with its inverse, either from the right or from the left, we should get identity. So identity in different sets and with different operations, it is different. I hope you get it. Now, if you have additive, you are doing, if you are adding two numbers, now what is the identity? If we add two numbers, it's 0, okay? What number we add here in 2 so that we can get 0? It is -2, okay? Or -2 plus 2 is again 0. So 0 here is additive identity, okay? Remember these things. Identity in different situations and in different binary operations is different. It's not the same. Similarly, what do you say here? -2 is the additive inverse of 2. Okay, -2 is the additive inverse, additive inverse of 2 and vice versa. And vice versa. Means 2 is also additive inverse of -2. I hope you get it. If you have any question regarding this. Now in matrices, multiplicative inverses are A inverse when we multiply two matrices. There are additive inverses of matrices as well. Additive inverse क्या होगा किसी भी मैट्रिक्स में, वो मैट्रिक्स जो उसमें हम ऐड करें तो आंसर क्या है? Zero matrix. Because 0 is the additive identity in matrices. I hope you get it.
सर 116 हो गए तो कब क्विज स्टार्ट होनी है?
बस बेटा स्टार्ट करते हैं, डोंट वरी. आपके लिए ही है वो, मेरे लिए नहीं है. So go to the LMS account, go open your LMS account, login and password, go to the quizzes, test and quizzes section. Now we'll continue in the next lecture with the inverse of a matrix. Okay, we'll discuss these things in more detail.
खोलना जरूरी है?
जी बेटा?
कैमरास खोलना जरूरी है?
Yes, you have to start your videos. You have to turn your videos on. Go to the LMS. You open your LMS login and password. उसमें password डालें and open that thing. Thanks for reminding me. Turn on your videos kindly. आपने कंप्यूटर से थोड़ा सा पीछे होके बैठना है so that I can see your face and hands as well. You should not type anything on the computer. You cannot use the calculator as well. लीनियर अलजेब्रा में जाएं, वहां से टेस्ट एंड क्विजेस में जाएं. आप टेस्ट एंड क्विजेस में आपके पास सामने एक क्विज होगा जो अभी इनएक्टिव है. इट विल बी एक्टिव ऑन 120. सो वेट फॉर 2 minutes. It will open at 120.
सर हमारी जो पीडीएफ होगी उसको किसी तरह नेम किसी स्पेसिफिक तरीके से करना है.
अच्छा, जो आपने सॉल्यूशंस करने ना जिन पेपर्स पे, लास्ट में आपने उन पेपर्स का एक कैम स्कैनर से वो फोटोग्राफ्स लेके एक सिंगल पीडीएफ जनरेट करनी है. ठीक है, आई होप यू कैन डू इट. यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन दैट थिंग. मैंने लास्ट लेक्चर में आपसे रिक्वेस्ट की थी कि
हमें आप अपलोड करने का एक्स्ट्रा टाइम देंगे?
सर मुझे तो कुछ नहीं नजर आ रहा.
अभी नहीं नजर आएगा, 120 पे ओपन होगा बेटा.
लाइक वो विजिबल नहीं है.
सर वो अपलोड करने में तो टाइम लगता है, स्पेशली इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ पीडीएफ.
You have half hour for this quiz in total with including uploading time. So you have to finish that quiz in around 20 to 22 minutes so that you can have 5 to 7 minutes to upload it.
So questions कितने हैं?
2 questions.
सर एक रिक्वेस्ट यही थी कि बेसिकली हम लोग अपनी तो पूरी कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन जब अपलोड करने की बारी आ जाए तो कोई दफा एलएमएस बंद करता है या कैम स्कैनर अटक जाता है. इट्स लॉट ऑफ पार्ट ऑफ द गेम. सर उसका थोड़ा सा काइंडली मार्जिन दे दीजिएगा.
In that thing, when I publish a quiz, तो उसके बाद उसकी सेटिंग चेंज करना जो है वो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है, इसलिए ट्राई योर बेस्ट. अदरवाइज अगर आप को कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज, कोई hang हो जाता है mobile या whatever, you can send me an email and CC to Hasib, Abdul Hasib, which is the head TA. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
But not that much late. Only a couple of minutes, not more than that.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Sir, do we have to
Ji.
turn the cameras on?
Yes, it's mandatory. I have to look at you.